Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wait a few minutes before I start and share that comment that someone is not paying attention. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to address all the comments today. With that said, please subscribe, like, and share. I'm only sharing my experience as a human being and someone with an education and some dignity for others. So with that said, take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I am a bilingual black man that speaks a little bit Korean, Japanese, some French, Hmong. I want every single person to be aware of this. I can read and write in both languages. So, and I just want to say, for someone that is not paying attention to, mind you, all the videos this summer and what I've been doing or what happened to me at the beginning of this year, I just want to say you're going to be paying attention today. So I'm going to address everything that you want the audience to believe, because all you guys are doing are the exact same thing as I said before. You're just repeating yourselves because you got nothing on me. So you use this excuses to make it seem like I'm doing something bad. But in reality, asking for assistance and help from you directly is better sometimes than asking the government or a corrupt city for the help that you're never going to probably receive. So keep this in mind. As a civilian, you have a right, as a human right, to ask anyone for help. So, with that said, let's share this very uneducated comment. So I want you guys to read what this man said. This is the same person, so keep that in mind that we were talking about earlier. And I'm sorry I am kind of disputing your view, so let me just tone this down a little bit. Actually, I want you guys to read it first, and then I stop and I will minimize it. But everything this person has said is not actual facts, ladies and gentlemen. So let's read what this guy says. That's why I need to stop, because I'm walking. Because I just had a very awkward experience as someone, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share this again. I was diagnosed with GIST, and it's a stomach cancer, a tumor. So I just want people to know, I'm going to stop at the next corner, and I want you guys to read. And I'm going to go through this with you, because let me tell you how much of these individuals are just trying to make you think. I didn't put no effort. So I want people to understand, if you've been here for a while, you know I always have put in the effort. If you look closely at my YouTube channel, we left one job for another job. We left and filed the EEOC because, mind you, I won. Not once, but twice. So, just give you guys clarity. Now, I'm going to pause here for a second. And I'm going to minimize this, but I want to talk about what he said. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know, since February, I had employment. In February, March of this year, the people that I banned from this channel, literally called my employment 778 times and got me terminated. Wait. Keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this person is not paying attention to. Because he claimed that I never want to get off the street. Mind you, I didn't do anything to help society, right? I didn't publish a video. I didn't work for a city or state to state using government officials. I didn't work for any agency, right? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I never worked in Portland. I never worked in Madison, Wisconsin. I never did anything of any sort, right? The EEOC was made up too, correct? Okay then. So ladies and gentlemen, for the last 2-3 years, ever since I've been back in New York City, it's nothing but harassment. I gave this YouTube channel, which is a 501c3 opportunity to feature my story as someone that mind you, I got robbed for my passports and all my travel checks, money, camera equipment. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. This person here forgot that I was robbed for everything. So what does that entitle me to do? I gotta start over. I gotta wait for documentation. I gotta prove who I am in order to get one piece of documentation. I lost both passports in the process. I lost $10,000, close to that, of a lot of camera gear. Hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, this person said, I never want to actually get off the street. We were just, mind you, we were paying rent this year. My rent went up. Did you watch my video about how my rent went up $509? Did you watch that video? No. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe everything that you read in the comments. Don't believe everything that you don't see. Because, mind you, I have stopped making these live streams just for that reason. I've been busy. I've been busy with 2 part-time jobs and busting my ass. Mind you, I've been busting my fucking ass, saving money. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I have cancer I have a stomach cancer. I have a tumor. Yay! Be proud that you're picking on me, someone that's literally sacrificed the rent money to save up for the fucking operation and the medical expenses this is going to cost me. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm sacrificing all of my paychecks in, mind you, which was paying my rent, just to save money so I can get an operation and pay for the expenses. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that you got me fired. Why am I apologizing for that? I'm so sorry that you don't forget that the internet got me fired from my last employer. You guys are so treacherous. But this guy wants to leave a comment. You don't even watch the videos before, brother. You are not... I don't even know why I just call you a brother. I think it was just me being respectful. That ended me being nice. Because the real me wants to be naughty and disrespectful. Ladies and gentlemen, I put in all the work to get my passports back. I did all the work to get the Social Security cards, working Social Security card, nursing certificate, the birth certificate. You know how much money that costs to get that shit back? It's not free. This is why I keep telling people, nothing in America is free. So when I got robbed coming from Boston in 2021, where were you? No one knew who I was. The internet didn't know. No one knew who I was. I was just a guy, mind you, going from state to state during the pandemic, helping other people, and mind you, being homeless at the same time. Because remember, the hotels did not, and the hostels were shut down in San Francisco. in Seattle. This is why we were in Portland for, mind you, from May into September. Because everything was shut down. When I found out San Francisco was partially reopening, I was like, I'm going to San Francisco. Because I love San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. And I lived there once. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just sharing my experiences with the trolls and the haters. And I'm sharing the email. Oh, well, some of the comments. Because I just want you to know that for the during the summer, I have donated tons of food. I partnered up with Starbucks to donate not over 400 pounds worth of food to the community refrigerators, which is associated with One Love community. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Go watch the videos. I literally walked miles just to donate the food because there was no handicap elevator accessibility in the subway because the subway is a piece of shit fucking service and they want $2.90. Now they want $3. But you can't get a working elevator for the disabled or mind you, or your local senior citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, I bust my ass every fucking night. Mind you, I still haven't gone to sleep yet. Wait, I just got off a shift at 5 this morning, and I've been busy all day trying to do what I need to do to survive, everybody. Because guess what? Just the other day, we go down to the human resources place, and this woman steals my softbox bag. Now, my softbox is my camera equipment, and I took the softbox out, right? But I took the bag, and what I did was I took the bag and used it as a camouflage so I can hide my sleeping bag. Because I got to sleep outside now, everybody. I got to save money for my operation. And if you look at my GoFundMe, I'm the one spending 93% donating to myself. Goes to show you how much lack of support or mental support I have for this fucking ordeal I'm dealing with. But you know what? I can live with that. Because as long as I'm not dying by some idiot's hands, I can die by some fucking illness, I can live with that. As long as it's not by any human hand, I can live with that. This is what I said. I can die with this cancer and be happy with it. But I'm going to still try to get the help that I need. And in order for me to do that, I got to make sacrifices, morons. That means even if the bills don't pay the bills, you still save the money that you earn. You want to know why I'm back out here, you stupid motherfuckers? Because I'm telling you why I'm out here. We got to save every single fucking dime. Because there's lack of support. This is why I say what I said. And I'm going to say it again. As identify myself as an African American, you got a problem? We don't. How the fuck are you going to give it back to the white man? What are you bought the fucking rights to it? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. If that's the case, then you give back the SNAP EBT program for most of you. And here's the ironic part. The person that made that statement is probably on SNAP. But guess what? I'm houseless and I never have been on SNAP. I've been independently supporting myself for the longest time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got denied 3 times. And we went just down there the 4th time, just a few days ago, and we got a bag stolen. Sorry, sleeping bag and the softbox bag stolen. Because it was inside the softbox bag to camouflage. Because people are very judgmental out this bitch in New York City. People are judgmental. They see you sleeping. Oh, you homeless. Get the fuck away from me. They are so judgmental. This is why I said what I said. These are not real New Yorkers. Where are the real New Yorkers? These people are not real New Yorkers. We are living in an age where this city is about to become the Portland that we don't want it to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying my best to do my part, and you're still down my throat. I'm sorry, I'm 46, and mind you, when you file an EEOC, your second, technically, let me explain something. It's my second EEOC. It's my second EEOC that I filed. And you think any employer that they hear about, think about that. That's like a grade on your report card. When other employers find out about this shit, they don't want to hire someone like me. They think, oh, I can't roll with the program. I can't roll with the program. Oh, I can't keep a secret. No. My last employer wanted me to do this shit. Not the last employer, but Porchlight wanted me to keep things in-house. Like, don't tell Kim Sutter blah, blah, blah about this patient. Why not? That's our job. Or don't mention this and when you do the update. Why not? That kind of shit, everybody, it's a violation of human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been proving to you everything that everyone has said wrong about me. When people made a false rumor, I do drugs. Have you ever seen me do any drugs on this channel? Ever? Mind you, think about it. If I was a drug addict, I would be having withdrawals, going through some fucking anxiety issues, maybe go to rehab now and then. I'm not Jake McClellan, the YouTuber. He still goes to rehab. After all these years, mind you, he started the exact same time that I did, and he was homeless. But guess what? The difference between me and Jake McClellan is that he got himself up together, still has to go to his sorority and his meetings and meet his counselor. I don't need to do all that because I'm not him. When people made that false assumption, I've proven to you that we don't do that. Where's the track marks on my arms or on my legs or my neck? You claim I do, someone claimed that I did the meth. Really? So where's these track marks? You claim that and then, mind you, when they made the false rumor about me, mind you, back in Wisconsin, dude, how the hell would I get a state job doing, mind you, they did a drug test on me twice. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Porchlight did it twice to me. Once before I got hired, and then the second time when John P. Herrera, the one that got fired for harassing me and stalking me and had, mind you, forced me to move from downtown Madison to Middleton, keep that in mind, and then he got terminated and still was harassing me. Got put in jail. Look at this guy made Porchlight give me a second drug test by claiming that I smoke crack. Okay. Let's do the drug test. Negative everything, including marijuana, because it was, mind you, this is why I love Wisconsin. You can't even blaze in Wisconsin. That's an automatic felony to have the cannabis right now. Yes, they're talking about legalizing it, but in Wisconsin, it's a tricky area. Many people have been talking about legalizing it in Wisconsin since I've been at the university. Since, 2006, 07? Even Yuki would testify that shit. They've been talking about that for years. It's going to get legal, and next thing you know, it's never legal. This is why I was like, yeah, it's going to be a hot minute before Wisconsin get legalized. This is why I like going to Wisconsin. I can stay away from all the cannabis, all the drugs, everything. Why? Safe. Here, it's not safe. People intimidate you. Or, mind you, this is why you got to build up your own strength. This is what I'm talking about, strength. You use, mind you, some of you folks that use, let's get back to, what I wanted to really say about strength is that, see, I get up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to get up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now my sleep schedule is everywhere. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. Sometimes I don't get sleep. Like last week, I didn't get sleep for like 3 days. Whoa, my eyes were hurting. It's like, and this is why I had migraine headaches. Yeah, that's the struggle, everyone. You get migraine headaches if you don't sleep. And that can cause brain contusions, tumors to develop. You can have insomnia and you can probably never go to sleep, and that's a bad thing. You could get any type of medical issue by not sleeping. People forget that's important. Sleep is important. And people want to say, oh, I was begging for $60. No. I said, if anybody wanted to help with getting the money, because it wasn't $60. It was actually $66 to buy a brand new sleeping bag, everybody, which is coming on Tuesday. Yes. So right now, everybody, here's the fun fact here. I got to sleep outside with no sleeping bag. I got to be in this rain. See? I got to walk around like I'm doing right now. You see? Actually, right now, I'm going to donate my fucking dinner because I threw up. I've been having medical issues, guys. This is why I also want to talk. People acting like I am not trying. Please. Look at my work history. I would embarrass you. And half of you are talking shit, but half of you only had 9 to 5 jobs your whole entire life. What did I say before? I don't want a 9 to 5 job. Didn't I say that many times on this channel? They're a waste of time. I want a salary job. I was looking for salaries. But guess what? I bend the rules. And now I have 2 part-time jobs. Not very good pay, but it's something. It's better than nothing. And you're still complaining? I have every right to complain as an American New York citizen, bro. The rent went up on me this year. I was paying my rent. And it went up. Ask everybody. It went up on me. I didn't ask you this summer for any housing bills. Did I ask you, hey, pay my rent? No. Because you weren't even paying attention to any of the videos. It goes to show you where your head is at. You just want to pick because what? You want to use the same excuses that everyone else is using? Listen, folks. You got people on fucking Snap EBT abusing, committing crimes, using white taxpayer dollars. Since you want to talk about give the title Black African American, we gave the title. I can't believe he said that. We gave the. Wait, let me show you this comment. Let me show you this, so you guys get an idea. How do we give back the title Black African American? If that's the case, give back honky or white piece of loaf of bread. Yeah, give back snap. Give the white person back their snap. This is what I say. What I said earlier about these comments. You guys make no sense. You guys make no sense. Thank you, David. Yeah, Scumbag Thieves. No, it was a woman, African American woman. That's what I said, and people got all tensified and start snapping on me because I said African American. She is African American. She's a fucking black African descendant. Even I have DNA that proves that you're an African descendant. Last one of you black African Americans have some African descendant DNA still in you. That's you're so uneducated. This is why I give up talking to half of you sometimes. You're a waste of my fucking air. Acting like you fucking righteous. You're not righteous. You're an idiot. You're gonna talk to me like you're a brother. Dude, you're an uneducated brother. What person keeps making YouTube or Google accounts and posts the same comment? Like that's gonna stick. It was flagging. The system was flagging your comment. Mind you, it does that. That's what YouTube settings are for, moron. It automatic flags you and puts you in a spam folder. And I go into, mind you, YouTube Studio, and I look, and why do you think I'm showing your comment? Because it's in the spam folder. It knows that you're a spammer. Damn it. You guys are just pure geniuses, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have my settings on, like, this is an adult channel. I want common sense people to realize that everything that everyone had said about me, and I've proven everyone wrong. The drugs, the misconception, whatever you guys were thinking about. First it was crack, then it was meth. Now, yeah, all that shit. Wait, what was it? What was the other one? What was it? I was a thief? I was in prison one day? Or who said some story about that? I can't remember the story. We made fun of that. Because it was like, wait. How can I be in an escape? Someone said a former prisoner or some shit. I can't remember the story, everybody. But it was fucking hilarious. Like, wait. So, I do have a felony on my record? Wait. I was in prison? How? Like, you were in prison, bro. You were in prison. Who said that? Said I went to jail for drug possession. I'm like, really? So how the fuck did I get my employment? It was something like that. I was like, how the fuck did I get my employment then? What are you guys smoking? That internet? You smoking that YouTube crack? Because it has to be YouTube crack. Because how can you say such a thing when it makes no sense? This is why I was like, people, why are you not paying attention to what these people are saying? You just feed into the fucking lies and mind you, deception by someone that doesn't even know me. This is a person that's on the other side of the fucking world just making assumptions, and you're not even saying, oh, we should ask the source. It's Ask Panda himself. But instead, you want to believe someone that's never met me and just can tell you anything. Especially for you new people that come to this channel. They can tell you anything and you will believe it. You're like gullible. That's what you all are, gullible. And then when I come out and prove paper or video facts, mind you, everything that we do is documented by video. Guys, if you watch my videos carefully, before all of this, we were in Madison, Wisconsin. We're working for the state of Wisconsin. I have my own apartment. I have my memorabilia. Mind you, I turned my apartment into a YouTube full-blown studio because I was also doing headshots and doing portrait shots. Yeah, you forgot about that. All you have to do is Google on my channel, Godocs, and you'll see my Godocs reviews. You will see Irix lenses. Before we left Wisconsin, actually, I can probably play that video. Hold on, let's see if we can play that video. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video before I left Wisconsin in 2020 to go back to Vancouver to Portland.
Alright everyone, this is the Panda Photographer, and I'm coming to you live from the park because it's my last 2 days here in Madison. I opened the package and there's no
stop playing this. Uh-oh.
What is... Yeah, it's supposed to open like this.
It's not displaying the image
but
on my end.
Customers at Amazon Prime, because that's not fair. But, alright. So we got...
It's not displaying the image. Why?
For the batteries.
Do you guys see the image? I think mine's just frozen. Let me...
Alright everyone.
Yeah, I think mine's just frozen.
Alright everyone, this is the
hell's going on here?
Photographer.
Yo, this is weird. Oh, we found a bug. It won't play the video. But that video is when I left Wisconsin. I decided to go west. I didn't have to necessarily leave Wisconsin. But during the pandemic, I was like, nah, I'm not getting stuck in Wisconsin during the pandemic. I'm taking my chance and I'm going back west. So I went back west, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to watch the videos from that point on until now. And then you tell me what went wrong. Did I do anything wrong? No. The pandemic shut us down. No jobs, no nothing, no work, no nothing. I had to find work during the pandemic. This is... I even gave away, ladies and gentlemen, I gave away free camera equipment during the pandemic. I even threw a pizza party at the freaking Northwest Portland Hostel. I even paid for people to stay indoors during the pandemic. So I ask you again, what have you done to help your communities prosper with growth? You did nothing but talk shit on the internet, bro. I got all the proof on this YouTube channel. Every single dime that I spend, every single person I supported during the fucking pandemic, it's on this YouTube channel. I even got $3,000 stolen from that cute white girl. You guys were saying, oh, she's so cute. Panda, you're going to hook up with her. No. She's not my cup of tea, first and foremost. But guess what? The reason why she wasn't my cup of tea, because something weird was about her. I knew something was wrong, and guess what? She steals money from me, guys. At the Northwest Portland Hostel. She's blacklisted. She cannot go to any hostel in the Northwest Portland, mind you, Northwest in the United States. Jim and Britta sent out an APP to all hostels. You see this young lady? Ban her. She stole money from me. And you calling me a thief? I was just trying to help her. That, mind you, and the other guys that were there. Like, what's his face? The fake guy that worked at Nike. Turns out he was all a lie. What the fuck his name was again? I even forgot because I want to forget about him. He, mind you, turns out he never worked for Nike. He lied. He stole money. Mind you, he stole money from the other guys at the hostel. But guess what, everybody? No one's watching these videos of me with Alex. That's his name. His name is not even Alex. We're going into the Korean corner store right around the corner in Portland House. I want you guys to watch all those videos. I was supporting people with my financial savings. I was giving away stuff because I knew I was going to win my EEOC. I knew it. But I didn't know it was going to take so long to win it. But we knew we were going to win it. But ladies and gentlemen, no one talks about that. No one talks about me sacrificing for the greater good. No one wants to talk about what I've been doing. Even now, I'm poor still, and I'm able to give back to the community. What can you say for yourself? I'm sitting here paying my own rent, and my rent go up, so I have to make a sacrifice, and you still bitch. So I'm complaining and making excuses. You can get a fucking, what apartment and one bedroom in New York City you can get for less than $3,000 right now in New York City. I don't want to fucking go. You think I'm gonna travel all the way to the Bronx and take a risk living in one of the dangerous boroughs in New York City? Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me you can get a freaking one bedroom? Yeah, and some mind you, ladies and gentlemen, these people are talking about lousy bum ass housing apartments that have bad water. You got a fucked up bathroom. Like the ceiling's coming off. Yeah, living in a shithole. You're gonna spend all that money to live in a shithole. Nah, friend. No. No. Where I was at a safe and mind you, reliable location. Rent went up for everybody. And here's another thing. Rent is going to go up again next year. See, what you don't realize that these dummies here in New York City voted for a mayor that's only going to freeze 25% of subsidized housing. The other 75%, we are fucked. You guys don't do math, do you? Do the math. Even the governor herself, even though she's an asshole herself, is even rejecting his housing plan. The governor, because she is not in control of the housing plan, or the mayor. It's not up to the mayor. And even the governor is rejecting the proposal already, and he's not even in office yet. So think about what I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out the source about me, you ask me. You don't go to some stranger. You don't read the fucking YouTube harassment comments, because that's what they are. Harassment comments. Saying the same shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my First Amendment right to tell you what is going on in my life daily. These folks expect you to just like, hey, you can bounce off your feet right away. Like, but wait, how? Think about it. How? You got your passports, your identification, your documents stolen. How can you just bounce back if you don't have family, no one to send you documents, no one to give you documents on time? Mind you, right, Lord Brian? We reached out to my foster parents. Guess how long they took, everyone, to give me all the shit? I'm disowned. They don't have to support me anymore. I'm a grown-ass man. They don't have to even call me they foster son or whatever they want to call me. But these folks took their sweet-ass fucking time giving me what belongs to me. Yeah. And you guys are talking about, you can reach out to your parents about your cancer problem. Maybe they can afford it, help you pay for it. Please, they'd rather see me pass away and croak probably. I don't give a fuck about them. They're not black. They don't understand to be black. Right, Lord Brian? They took too long to respond. It took them all the way to the end of 2022 to fucking respond? Come on, bro. We got mugged at, Halloween Day. November, December, January, February, March. March is where we met up with, Mark from Invisible People. April is where the video got uploaded. And it went viral. And then people started supporting the GoFundMe. Mind you, he wanted me to create a GoFundMe. I changed some of the things that he wanted me to say, because I wanted to be as transparent as possible. And we raised funds so we can get documents. But it's only up to the parents to send me the documents that I need in order to get the passports and the fucking nursing certificate and everything so we can get fucking employment. People expect you to get employment just like that on the internet. Or you can bounce back right away. You need identification. You need to prove who you are. In order to do that. And then when we got everything at the end of 2023, even though we didn't need it, because we got photography and studio jobs. People were offering me studio and photography jobs. And even that slowed down. We did 3 weddings that summer when we were hanging at Park House. Remember? We even went upstate New York to do a fucking wedding. We went to Connecticut to do a wedding. Oh, my panda. Come on. It's all on this channel. People say I'm not trying. Wait. I got work without any, mind you, I reported my earnings still, right? Out of respect as a taxpayer. I reported my earnings. So I'm still not trying? Please. You better be lucky I took these shitty ass part-time jobs. because I was going to actually reject them. But you know what? I said, no, I'm going to take it. It's better than nothing. Until I can land a nice salary job that can pay, mind you, you need $190,000 to survive in New York City, especially as a single occupant. You got family? Oh, it's even more. You're gonna spend $250,000. You got 3 kids? Oh, you guys would just move out. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm still trying. I'm busting my ass. I'm not getting sleep, and I'm still going to work. This is what my mind you, I already got a write-up at work for falling asleep. So, take it with a grain of salt. My boss said, "You're not sleeping?" And I told him the truth. Things are complicated, man. I was staying at a nice place. I had to make a choice. Save up for the money for operation. Mind you, but that wasn't even a choice, the first choice. The first choice really was, everybody, either I save up money to pay for the rent for the next 2 weeks, or we just stay out the hostel for quite some time, save all that money, and then we can pay at least 2 months worth of rent at one time, and then we can build up more rent between that time. That was the original plan. But when I started getting sick, I started throwing up. I had green vial in my... I'm having blood in my stool. I'm throwing up more often. I'm feeling sick. I passed out. Yeah. I ended up going to the hospital. Yeah. Finding out just what's going on. Stomach cancer, everybody. And you're still telling me I'm still not trying? I even went to the fucking doctor. I went to a specialist. We talked about a plan. I told him, I'm poor. I can't afford this. I got to GoFundMe. Whatever people give me GoFundMe, that's when I can do it. And he goes, you're going to need the support after the surgery. You can worry about the bill later, but you're going to need a place to recover for at least 6, mind you, to 3 to 8 weeks of recovery. This is what they were talking about. I was like, and you wonder why I'm fucking selling my camera equipment. Yes, I've been selling my camera equipment to cover up the expenses that I'm going to need for after the surgery. You guys don't think about this, do you? You're not planners, are you? I got a financial burden on my plate. But here's the ironic part. If I didn't really care about my well-being, I wouldn't actually went to the fucking doctor and made sure that I get a fucking nice scan of my stomach. And as you can see, there's some problems wrong with my stomach as I upload a scan to show you guys in the post on YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, the scan don't lie. it don't lie. So I just want you guys to know that I'm still not trying. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been supporting, and Michael and another person, Alicia and Patricia, those are really my only supporters right now. And recently, Vic, I believe his name was, he donated $60 for the hostel for one night. So I want to say shout out to Vic for donating that $60 last week for that one, because we needed a shower, bro. We needed to shower up. I'm not going to work smelling like a fucking ape that had sex with like 20 other apes. No, I'm not smelling like... No, I'm not smelling like that. I need to go shower. So I want to say thanks. But like I said, everyone, I'm trying. But we still have to save more money at this time. I'm only 5%. I got 100%, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta raise money. This is why there is a GoFundMe link, and you can look at my GoFundMe. I literally send money to myself. I literally send money to my own GoFundMe. That made me cry. Am I that pathetic that I don't have family friends? Maybe I am. Or maybe the fact that I'm smarter than them and I don't want to be near them. Or the fact that, like, there's no friends either. There's no loyalty. This is why Jay and Lord Brian are upset at the rollerblade community. Lord Brian, I know you saw what Jay posts on Instagram today. People want to support Justin Bieber rollerblading, but you don't want to support someone that supported you? That is a fucked up sentiment. Think about that. They want to support a celebrity R&B that got millions. But you don't want to support someone with cancer that supported you. Okay. I appreciate you, Lord Brian and Jay. You guys are good men. Fathers. Men that always have sacrificed for the good of mankind. These are fathers, ladies and gentlemen. People that I know growing up back in the day. Mind you, Jay was a good fucking rollerblader before he got into the wrong crowd and went to prison for 13 years. And look at him now. It took him a minute. He said he came back, he struggled for at least 2 or 3 years before he got, lucky with the construction job. Yeah, he got lucky. He met someone one day and he got lucky. Now he's with a union. He's making decent amount of money, but not enough money that he wish he can just help me. Him and his wife wants to help me so badly, but they can't. But they have already. This whole entire summer, ladies and gentlemen, they knew I was vegan. They went out their way to get vegetables for me. Hey Panda, we made some. We bought some stuff for you on the side. We're gonna cook this on the side, or do you want to cook this first? You see, they care. They listen. Do you listen? Come on, man. But like I said, all these fake rumors, these lies about me, ladies and gentlemen. No, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying. I am very much trying. Come live here in New York City. Some people get away with a lot of shit. Some people don't even tell you the truth how they make their money. This is why half of New York City is homeless. So with that said, everyone, don't judge me. Judge the people that come constantly to the channel, right? That literally says these things just to aggravate me. Tell this to the same people that are watching me right now that got nothing better else to do. Think about this. They have nothing better else to do but bother me about the same thing when they haven't been watching the videos lately. This guy... Think about it. I just showed you a comment that this guy think I'm still doing the exact same thing, but he forgot that I've been working for a minute, bro. Where you been? Where the fuck have you been? We've been working for a minute. It goes to show that people do not pay attention. Where's Columbia? I got food for him. I'm giving him my food. Where is he? Normally he's over here. Where the hell is he? I don't even want my food. Because I can't eat. Because I just told you guys not too long ago. I threw up. It's like I can't hold things down anymore. I'm feeling sick. I get stomach pains. Man. I gotta take these meds. I have to eat something in order to take the meds. Shit, it's probably gonna rain again. I don't want to get stuck in the rain. But like I said, everyone, I've been trying to do my part. And I always have been doing my part. Even, like I said, I'm still poor. And I'm able to partner up with partners, Starbucks, and all these other food businesses that say, hey, Panda, we got some extra food. You want to donate to your community fridge? Guys, I don't have to do that. I don't have to risk or spend $2.90 to go feed other people. I could have been a selfish human being and said, fuck that, I eat that myself. And waste the rest out here on the streets. I could have been that kind of person to be that greedy. think about it. But I'm not. I choose to do the right thing because I was once in that position. And no one, right, Lord Brian? When I first got robbed, there was nobody other than yourself, David Oyster for Australia. Guys, he's like a father figure. I talked about him a lot on this channel, and I want you guys to realize who he is. He's an educator. Teaches us about photography. Old enough to be your fucking father. Okay? He donated $300 of his own, mind you, dollars to help me get a hotel during that winter. It was snowing. It was freezing. And no hotel wouldn't take me because I had no identification. I couldn't prove who I was, mind you. But they said, how are you going to pay for this? I'm like, well, what was it? Didn't I sign up for, like, what was it? I signed up for the Venmo at that time. Guys, I haven't been on Venmo that long. It was Lord Brian's idea for me to sign up for the Venmo. I had Citibank. I had my credit union from Wisconsin UW. I had even, the other credit union down on State Street. But I closed their account because they were doing weird stuff with my, mind you, they were doing weird stuff in my savings, which I caught them. I'm like, oh, so yeah, the interest rate was not that great. But anyway, yeah, I just transferred my money back into my Citibank. So, ladies and gentlemen, why are you picking this fight with someone that wants to just share how I'm showing you how I get out of this situation? I don't want to, mind you, I don't want to rely on no government assistance that makes people, and mind you, lazy. I say that lazy because you get, how much they offer me this time? $97.82 something cents. I'm like, for a single person? That's all I get? That's how much, if I was, mind you, like I said, I went back down there to the Snap to reapply. I want to see if they reapply me for the 4th time because they denied me 3 times. So I tried a different location. First I went over here in Queens to sign up. Then I went to Brooklyn. Then I went to Lower Brooklyn. Then I went to Manhattan. You see? I want to see if each location denies me. So I can have proof. And I still have that proof. They deny me. I even have a video. When I was in that situation in 2020, you could say that winter of 2022, I made a video about 311. Lord Brian, you remember that couple that tried to give me help when they saw me sleeping on 22nd and 5th Avenue? Remember that video? Remember those couple that literally tried to give me help? And what did New York City Outreach told me? Oh, so you're really not from New York? We can't, if you don't have any identification, we can't help you. But this is a sanctuary city. Remember that video, everybody? Lord Brian? Remember that night they came with the paramedics? Because I had frostbite. They said I could go walk myself to the hospital or to the shelter. I don't need a ride. Remember that video, everybody? They said that I look very normal for a homeless guy. I'm like, I just got robbed like 2 months ago. I'm trying to barely keep what I have. They were judging. Remember that video? You should go watch it, everybody. It would disgust you. Then I gave you the phone number to call the place so you could harass fucking New York City services for denying me services. But this is supposed to be a sanctuary fucking city? Go watch that video, everybody. Remember that, Lord Brian, David, Michael? I think Michael was here at the time, maybe. In 2022, yeah, the city was. This is when they had a mic. This is when the city was still fucked up. Crime was high. The subways were dangerous. But like I said, everybody, I'm trying. I don't need the government to help me because I don't trust them. I used to work for them. I should know. I used to be a social worker. I know what they dirty tricks are. I know what they do to your social security number. I know what they do with your information. Even if you fucking opt out. This is why we had a problem in Porchlight in Wisconsin. They wanted me not to opt out certain clients. That was fake statistics. You're lying to the state. You're lying to, mind you, you're lying to GHS, motherfuckers. This is why I filed the EEOC against Porchlight. Human rights were being violated. You think I was going to stand there and allow that to happen? No. This is why everyone at Porchlight was calling me a snitch, a narc. They called me a narc. I'm like, really? How the fuck am I a narc? Is drugs involved? This is where I'm being accused of selling drugs and doing drugs. This is why I was drug tested, because of John. It turns out everything was false. Why do you think Portrait had to pay me that settlement? Why do you think I was able to get the first surgery in 2024? Actually, 2023 to 2024. Why do you think we were in the hospital for those 2 months? Why do you think we were saving all the money and trying to buy what we needed? When I finally got my funds from the EEOC, I paid all my debts back. That was the first thing. You know why, everybody? Because if you don't pay your fucking debts back, I guarantee you won't be able to rent at a nice place. I guarantee it. If you don't pay your debt, you're going to live in the most shittiest motherfucking rat hole in this city. Oh, your credit score is 510? Ooh. And you want to live here? we only accept fucking 700s up in this bitch. Think about that. That's the insult, New York City. But this is supposed to be an equal opportunity, and then this is supposed to be a sanctuary fucking city. And I got all this evidence on this YouTube channel. The abuse of the city, why we don't trust people in the city. This is why I made a decision, everybody, to do things on my own with your help. Mind you, everybody, think about it. I got help from you. We did better than the system did so far. Look what you guys, some of you guys that did support this channel, look what you guys got me sponsorships with other brands. You helped me grow. You listen. You heard my cries. I talked about my mental health every single time on this channel. No shame in my game. I talked about, as a victim of 2 hate crimes, losing a girlfriend was a hate crime, and me being part of a hate crime, when my face was literally Frankenstein. My face was Frankenstein, baby buddy. Seriously. This was my face before coming back to New York. The reason why we came back to New York and to Boston, because we were getting skin graft surgery and my eye surgeries done. We went to Boston because that was the last place that I said I'm going to get medical treatment. And guess what? I lived right across the street. I stayed at the Higher Hostel for those 30 days. And right across the street was the fucking hospital. No one remembers that? Watch my Boston videos. Watch all of my Boston videos. I had a patch over my eye for a reason, everybody. I couldn't see. This woman threw hot liquid in my face. My skin was on fire. I couldn't sleep for a whole week. Because the skin on my face was burning. It was worse than this, everybody. It was worse than this. You can even ask my former roommate, Bob. He was like, yo, dude, you got to go back to the hospital, yo. You can't sleep. You crying in the middle of the night. You're in pain. I got to keep checking on you. I had to literally go back to the hospital because it was just excruciating. Don't tell me what kind of fucking shit I've been through. I did nothing. And mind you, there was a couple people in the audience that claimed that I did something to this woman. Guys, that was my first time on a Milwaukee city bus. I don't know this woman. I don't know who she is. Why would you make a false assumption? But guess what? People started believing it. That, He probably got his face raped because he said something to the woman. Why would I want to say something when I wasn't talking to her? I was talking to the bus driver. I was asking him, I need to get to the convention center for my COVID shot. Because I got to update my COVID shot while I'm here in Wisconsin. This is what the state was telling me. Come on, friend. So with that said, everyone, I want people to listen to me. Yeah, I get angry because right now I'm dealing with fucking cancer. And on top of this, I got to deal with homelessness, but I got to save my money. I literally got to save every single dime for my living expenses after the surgery. How am I going to recover if I don't have living expenses, everybody? This is a sacrifice I have to do right now. It's not something that I want to do. It's something I have to do. So if you want to argue with me about what I have to do, then you're an idiot. You're a fool. I don't trust the system anymore. You shouldn't. And I'm not telling people what not to trust. Here's what I see with people when they use SNAP EBT. I see people buying foods that's supposed to be healthy food, but instead they use SNAP to buy junk food. They use SNAP to sell for money so they can buy whatever in cash, like drugs. Why do you think this year, Trump, you know what? I'm going to say this for the record. I like the fact that Trump is cracking down on SNAP fraud. Because this is what Governor Walker wanted to do in Wisconsin a couple of years ago. He wanted to fingerprint and identify each person that was using EBT. I'm not saying it's an invasion of privacy. It is an invasion of privacy, kind of, because it is taxpayer dollars. But taxpayers have every right to complain how EBT is being used. People are literally scamming EBT, your money, taxpayers. Yeah, I got something to say about EBT. I don't like what is taking place, mind you. But people need to buy healthy food. But here's the problem with that. When people don't buy healthy food, they expect more now. When I mean more, you got people crying about their EBT. These motherfuckers better get my EBT not now. First and foremost, go work for it, bitch. Or, sir. When's the last time you had a job? But you want EBT that us taxpayers are helping you put food on the table. My dear and gentlemen, you're going to have to wait. You know why you're going to have to wait? Because you don't pay taxes. And this is why I have a problem as someone sees this obesity in America. Guess what? But they want these obesity individuals that get EBT that don't buy the healthy food. They also want you to pay for their medical expenses. That's not fair either. That's not fair. You got to pay for their medical expenses? You should see the videos I see about when people say, like, the government owes us everything, we black people. Really? You think you deserve reparations? Your ancestries might deserve your reparations, but you don't. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes down to that reparations, imagine if each black person got reparations. Just think about it. Just like what happened through the pandemic. People just spend it. Goes right back into the government's pocket. You just spending the money. No one's saving, no one's investing, no one's doing anything. Did I invest? Yes, I did. I let me tell you what I don't tell you guys. Yes, I have a Robinhood account. Yeah, I have a Robinhood account. So if someone's invested, I am. And I don't even touch it. I don't even play with it. I'm not even going to touch it for 20 more years. I want the interest to grow. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying. But people want to pick a fight with me for the wrong reasons. People want to use my homelessness or the past homelessness But people don't want to tell you the full story. People don't want to tell you there were stepping stones in order to get to where I am now. People don't want to tell you that I was robbed. Who's going to replace all my cameras? I miss my Sony camera. I miss my micro lens. I miss my Sigma 18-35. And you guys know that was my bread and butter. If you watch this channel long enough, I shot all of my videos with the 18-35 until it got stolen. Are you going to pay for it? Were you there when I got stolen? When those 6 motherfucking black African Americans jumped my ass. Were you there? Like I said, they stole all of that. The A7R, the Godox flashes, the strobes, dude, the carbon fiber. Dude, they took it. They knew exactly what they were looking for. So don't sit here and blame me for your stupidity. I got to deal with your stupidity by telling my story to you. But you keep coming back like I owe you something. I don't owe you anything. You don't support me. You never have, and you never will. You want to keep telling my audience, don't support me? Fine. But sooner or later, they're going to see the truth, and they're going to believe their own grain of salt of how they want to pursue the situation in hand. They're going to find out that I was telling the truth. Just like Bill Lewis found out the truth, because he's the one telling people I was a crackhead, drug dealer, blah, blah, blah. He believed all that junk from other people. But guess what? Recently, he came out of character. And people were like, why did he come out of character like that? He was wrong. And mind you, we blocked him now. But then again, we should never allow a snake like him to rejoin the family. But we gave him a second chance, right? But out of nowhere, he emails me and saying, my life is falling apart, blah, 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 because I'm making the choices to sacrifice because my rent went up. Are you serious, bro? Am I supposed to say to my boss, like, hey, my rent went up, give me extra $510? The fuck is wrong with you, man? He wants to go complain about me telling you about my problem, mind you, not problems, situations that are unfolding. He wants to complain about that. That's not something, it's fucking ranting or complaining. This is something that you should tell your audience. Because, mind you, someone in your audience might want to come live in New York now. And now they say, oh, wow, the rent increased? Yes, it did. So with that said, everyone, I want you guys to enjoy your night. But I want you guys to enjoy the stupidity from people that literally come on this channel and try to make me look bad. But you already did. You got me fired from my job earlier this year. You almost got me terminated when I was actually doing training. And then I had to stop that job. And now when I got these 2 employments, you guys want to try to figure out where I'm working so you get me fired again? No. Yeah, everybody, they got me fired by harassing my employer earlier this year. Yeah, good job, Internet. So with that said, everyone, if you want to know the source about someone's problems, you ask the source. Me. You don't ask someone from the comments. Like I said, I don't know these people other than the people that I talk about, Lord Brian and Jay. People that supported, or the supporters, I still haven't met them. But like I said, everyone, it's not all about donations. It's all about mental health support too. But people forget about that. I ask for that kind of thing and people don't listen. I always ask for the mental health support and I don't get it. And then when I do get it, it's private. But I don't share. But like I said, everyone, you're not living in my shoes, so don't stop trying to be. If you are so much better than me, then why are you continuing to watch my videos harass me? Because it obviously says that you're not better than me. You got nothing better to do to harass me. You wake up every morning just to make sure I don't make another video, so you're gonna make a comment. You that bored? If you're that better than me, listen, most people that claim they're better than me don't even respond a second time. They just move on with their lives. But people that keep commenting and making comments through the YouTube videos, in reality, they're losers just like me. They're loners just like me. I might not be a loser like you, because if I was a loser, I wouldn't date all these beautiful women. Oops, I gotta show one at a time, huh? Look at all these beautiful women. Yeah, if I'm such a loser, why do I have more relationships and more cultural relationships than you do? How many languages? This is what I was telling everyone in the beginning of this video. I'm intermediate bilingual in a few languages. As any one of these individuals are. One day, one of the trolls like, write that in English. I'm like, I wrote it in French to him. But he claims that he's a European. You should know French then. You should know what I just said. Why do I have to convert it into English? See? Like I said, everyone, if you look at my Pelican case right now, I've been around the world. I got stickers from around the world. Stickers from some states in the United, especially Chicago, Montana, California, Arizona, Nevada. We even been to Texas twice. But for short, we were passing through. We even, back in the day, before the homeless shit started, everybody, we did a fucking Sprint tour. Mind you, Sprint wanted me to travel, and mind you, we picked up someone on the way, an African young man that was stuck in Arizona. I paid for his bus ticket to get to New York. And then I left New York and flew back into Madison. Everyone forgot about that story, but that's on my Facebook. See, I think I may have made a YouTube video about that in 2016. I might be mistaken. Yeah, I gotta check my videos. I may have made a video about that, but there's posts about it. Me sharing details. This guy had no way to communicate with his friends or his family, so I brought him lunch, I brought him dinner. Mind you, he used my phone to communicate. We used the hotspot, and I'm sorry. I'm glad that there's no more Sprint, because Sprint sucked back then. But thank God there's no Sprint. But like I said, everyone, I'm trying still. I want to see them tell their story. Be as transparent I am. But I'm out here, everybody, for the next, I don't know, into Tuesday. Because that's when I get my sleeping bag. So, if you want to support a hostel into Tuesday, that's up to you in the audience to make that choice. I always have said that. It's up to the audience to make the choice if they want to support me or not. If you guys want to support hotel, which is down the street here, or a hostel, which is not my favorite hostel, but I go to other hostel. Listen, there's a PayPal, cash.app, Venmo, where you can literally support for the hostel. I won't post your screenshots of your donations anymore, because that's just how I lose my supporters, because people will harass my supporters. I want to show the screenshots again, but this is how I lost most of my supporters, because people were lying to the supporters by telling them I was a drug addict and a crackhead. I just don't understand how can you make such claims if you don't have evidence, no proof. You got no nothing, not even a photograph. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support, that's up to you. I don't force anyone to do anything, but I ask you to subscribe, like, and share. That's it. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. I gotta, oh my panda. I gotta break night, because it's raining and it's gonna continue to rain, so I'm kind of fucked. So, gotta stay dry, keep moving. But with that said, have a good night. Hopefully this is a lesson to always try to listen to the creator's story before making false narrative stories about someone. I never asked for all this attention. It was actually Laura Bryan's idea to go into the visible people. I'm not blaming Laura Bryan, because it was a good idea. But what was a bad idea was people making a false assumption that because I don't have any dentures. They were stolen, fuckers. Yes, I used dentures before that, and they were stolen. Even my daughter's ashes were stolen. All my Japanese attire, all of it was stolen, bro, in my luggage. So, there you go. With that said, I'm just trying to recover my stuff, but I noticed that I'm never going to recover any of my stolen stuff. The only thing I could do is hope for the best. With that said, have a good night. Yeah, it was a good idea at the time, until people started making false assumptions when it was like, oh, he's a crackhead. Really? Oh, my panda.